his little stomatella in there too.
Guys, I'll get back to this in a bit because BRS, he's not leaving me alone.
No.
I'm going to do this.
Hey everybody, welcome back to BRStv. Once again, we are here from Reef-A-Palooza Orlando 2025, and I'm here with my new friend, Stefan, from the Yorkshire Reefer.
Correct, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you again.
Yep. And you've been having a heck of a show. You've been all over the place, man. You've been bouncing around this place like crazy. And there's
Greg again.
There's Greg again. So that's a standard at the show here. So there he goes again. Anybody that comes to Reef-A-Palooza knows Greg and knows his voice over the air. So
you just gotta deal with it.
Yeah, you just gotta roll with it. And you know, maybe it makes the take, maybe it doesn't. So you've been all over the place. You've been shooting a lot of content. I've actually watched a couple of things that you put out already. But you also did a talk.
Yeah, I
did.
did.
What was the synopsis of your talk you did? Because I actually wasn't able to hang out. So we had to go talk to other people.
I know. We spoke a bit about content creation, but we mostly spoke about the differences between the UK and the US, right?
Yeah.
So it's kind of good that we can talk about this, on this film here, because it's really busy. Not everyone got the opportunity to see the talk. So what do you think the main difference is between the UK?
Between the UK and the US? Oh, man, I don't know.
Do you want me to tell you?
I'd love to hear it.
Like everything in the US, everything's bigger. And
bigger.
It's space, yeah. So the average US, American home is 3 times bigger than ours in the UK.
Oh, okay.
So we really struggle to get aquariums bigger than, say, a 4 foot, 5 foot. The average aquarium is about 4 foot, I would say. Right?
Yeah, and to that real quick, it's interesting because I was talking to somebody else about this the other day. If you go back in the hobby here, even here in the US, you go back in the hobby, even as 5 years and prior to that, 5 years ago, and then before that. Everybody was pushing toward a bigger tank. People were like upgrading from like their 75 to like a 120, and then they're like, I need a 300 or 400 gallon tank. Yeah. A lot of people were pushing toward those larger tanks, and now that trend's kind of going backwards. Yeah. With all the AIOs and everything else. I mean,
he's right on point. So like one of my friends in the UK, Paul Hughes, who has a LFS.
Yep.
I think we met. You met him.
Yep.
He said to me that he's seen a lot of nano fish. Like demand for nano fish being required, for people's home aquariums because everybody's going smaller.
Absolutely.
But actually, speaking of fish, one of the things that blows my mind here is the prices of the fish in the States.
Oh my gosh! Like just walking around here, I've been floored by some of them.
A Bobonius I recently bought for 200.
There's Greg again. Hi, Greg.
Hey, Greg. I recently picked up a ball, but for instance, I don't know what she's got to work with in the edit. For instance, So for instance, I recently picked up a Bobonius Antheus.
Sure.
Yeah, £280. Here, in some of the stores, approximately $700. Yeah. Zebra tangs here, you're looking at $2,000.
Yep.
Whereas in the UK, it's about £700, £800.
Yeah. Crazy.
So it's crazy.
It's crazy. I think I saw a yellow tang somewhere around here. Like somebody who's had yellow tangs for like $400.
What, here?
Yeah.
Funny enough, yellow tangs are still, because we can't get the Hawaiian.
Those are. I don't think anybody's going to get those back, really. At least not for a while, right? But that was one of the things that was always interesting in the hobby when aquaculture creatures started showing up. But then because it took so much work, of course, those creatures are more expensive.
Yeah, for sure. I understand.
Which is understandable, but it also promotes people that don't have money but really want those fish to end up buying, wild caught. Yeah. So it's difficult to propagate or to like build the aquaculture and get people to go for it. It takes so long.
Time. Like a Scully Mia that you would see. Mm-hmm. We get them like this, don't we? Take it for granted. That thing is 30 years old at least.
Absolutely.
So. If you think about someone's going to dive and taking, several of them out of the sea, you could even look at thousands of years of the reef.
That's right.
Being taken out of the ocean. So what you do really well here is aquaculture. There isn't enough of that in the UK.
Yeah, for sure.
There really isn't. So you guys I've been to the stores here in Orlando, and when you come here, you don't want to bother with Disneyland. This is the Disneyland of coral.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
and the stores, 100%.
The aquaculture,
it's crazy. I mean, can I mention stores?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, okay. Living Reef, for instance. Yep. Insane. And I've spoken to Anne, and she said they haven't imported coral for, I can't remember the exact figure, but in excess of like 4 years or so now. Yeah. Maybe even more. Maybe I got that wrong.
Yeah, you don't need to.
Yeah.
So,
Speaker room A at 2 p.m.
Greg's going again. So, I mean, if you do come down to... If you do come down to Orlando, the great thing is, I mean, yeah, stores like Living Reef, Top Shelf Aquatics,
TSA as well.
yeah,
of course,
Worldwide Corals. I mean, they've all got amazing stuff.
Worldwide,
If you're down here, you know, slip away from the family that wants to go to Disney World or Disney Springs. Be like, I'm going to go look at coral for a while. It's a great place to go. But which is great, because then when you're down here, right, especially for someone like you, you've got a trip you've planned here. You've been able to get a lot of content in. I know we were at the Florida Aquarium a few days ago and getting some content there. Yeah, at their coral research facility. It was awesome. Yeah, really interesting, inspiring what those guys are doing. So yeah, go check them out.
There's a lot to do.
Yeah.
There's a lot to do here. Like, it's a trip of a lifetime, but it's a trip that I'm keen to be doing every year.
Yeah.
Like, you know, to learn more and see more, and it's amazing what you really are pushing the boundaries.
Yeah.
Of reefing, and we're doing the impossible. We shouldn't be able to do what we do. We keep exotic animals in our homes healthy and really quite easily these days.
Yeah, it's really not that hard. And and when you're talking about aquaculture, especially like breeding fish, things like that, there's a lot of just home hobbyists that are getting really heavy into it, and they're doing some really exciting stuff just because the tools they need, like the food and everything else, you can buy it now.
Yeah,
it's regularly available to the hobbyists.
You can download an Apex program to spawn corals at home. Like, what?
Yeah, it's wicked. So
It's
the
crazy.
stuff that that's available now, it allows everybody to get in on it and have some fun with it and really advance the hobby.
Yeah. No, it's amazing. I'm having the best time ever, and I hope that I come back next year and it's even busier and better.
Yeah. So I got a question for you.
Okay.
Off that generator to content generator.
Yeah.
What's your I guess what are your tips for content generation? What
Okay.
what has made the Yorkshire Reefer so successful?
This and either this or this. Whatever it is, I have a story in mind.
Yeah.
I will get what is in front. If I've got this, I'll use this. Doesn't matter. You've got to know that you've got a story. You want to be authentically you.
Yeah.
Don't try to be anybody else. Be authentically yourself. Unapologetically yourself. Like I am. I'm just ridiculous right now.
Right.
I've settled into this world.
Which is great.
But it doesn't matter about the cameras and the fancy equipment. If you've got a story to tell, we've got access to 4K 60 FPS, which is the industry standard now, on phones, on glasses.
Yeah.
I had to go with some glasses, some Ray-Ban glasses, and I just looked at the footage. It's insane.
Yeah.
My best tip is just be comfortable and stick to what you do. You'll get better and better and better. Like if you go to the gym for the first time, it's the worst thing in the world. But 12 months later,
It is.
Yeah.
I go there all the time.
Yeah. But you know what I mean.
I do know what you mean.
Know what I mean.
I know exactly what you mean.
Just get up and do it.
Yeah.
Do it. Post that video. If you're thinking about it,
Yeah.
don't overthink it. Just do it.
Yeah, I think a lot of people that get kind of put into that position, or even just some of the folks we've interviewed around Reef-A-Palooza this week, or this weekend, they get really nervous because they're afraid they're going to say something silly. I'm like, no, just be yourself. I mean, there's no reason to. It's okay.
The weirdest thing, and listen. Let me tell you now. However you see me on my videos, it's really edited.
It is.
And
It's him.
before that take, I'm swearing and shouting and duh. But just do it. Talk to this lens. It's the weirdest thing in the world when you start.
Yeah, I just imagine when I do it, I just imagine that I'm looking through it, and on the other side is a crowd of people that I'm talking to. They can see me.
Yeah,
I just have to imagine that in my head, and I'm good to go.
All over the world.
Yeah. And that makes it okay.
I think just go for it and be creative. And I liked how when we was at Florida Aquarium, anything I was shooting,
I was walking behind him and getting the same shots. It was great. I was like, I'm stealing your ideas. Yeah.
It's good, honestly, but you have to do it. You're not going to be able to do it like that. Just keep doing it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and always try to be one step ahead.
I like it. Stefan, thanks for coming, talking to us. Appreciate it, man.
Appreciate you guys.
Everybody take care. We'll see you next time.